Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Lance going to put it up right away. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Lance. Flushed out right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and now fall incomplete. You look at this Eagle defense, and they've played well against the pass, currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
Now a 2nd and 10. Here's Lance to throw it. He finds his man, complete. That's Spencer. Now he's loose down the left sideline. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys march right down the field in 3 plays to claim the early advantage. They scored the most points of anyone on opening weekend, and now first quarter touchdown here.
And while there's no guarantee that all the points they scored in opening weekend are going to hold up and be the average all year long, they're certainly starting to set that type of a pace. And what you do with that is you put in the heads of all of your opponents, we've got to really be ready on defense because these guys know how to put the ball in the end zone.
You think they can keep piling on the points like this?
I think they can if they're prepared to adjust and adapt, because they won't see the same defenses week in and week out.
Aubrey good with a PAT, and that makes the score 7-0.
Eagles nothing.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. Let's see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Play action. Here's Hurts. This short throw caught by Goddard. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And it'll be second down.
The Eagles at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they've gotten a pretty good deal from the schedule makers as well. Home dates in Weeks 1 and 2.
And I would believe that they would need to take advantage of that, partner, because as you can imagine, the road dates will pile up later this season. So this is a great opportunity for them to put some early distance on the rest of the division and create a little bit of a cushion for them for later in the year.
It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
Well, this defense for the Cowboys, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. So first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Throwing on first down is Lance. Open man, the tight end, Luke Schoonmaker.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Come on,
counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1.
Lance now on first down.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
2nd and 10.
Let's go.
Here's Lance. And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas.
A great play there. His first touchdown of the new season.
And the Cowboys lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Well, the extra point up and good by Aubrey.
And it's now 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
At their own 15-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it, and when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Christian Gonzalez.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down.
Let's go now. White.
Now Lance.
To Barkley on the check down. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back. But now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. He's going to pick up the 1st down and then some.
Touchdown, Cowboys! Saquon Barkley, 41 yards.
And the Cowboys take a 3-touchdown lead. So this offensive unit, yeah, they were solid in the opening week victory, and now they are looking just as sharp here in week 2.
And that's exactly what you want, too, because you want to get better each and every week and really ramp up as the season goes on. I know it's still early in the season and a lot can happen, but this offense, they look like they're going to be fun to watch each and every time out.
Aubrey good with a PAT.
And that makes the score 21-0.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down.
Hurts.
Man open left side is Brown. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be second down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it. And occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain.
And Hurts is intercepted, his third of the game. Down the left sideline.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
Charles, it is pretty rare that we see a team build this kind of lead in the opening quarter. And, man, they seem to be clicking on all three phases right there. The defense doing its part with a pick six.
And it's absolutely been the definition of a start that you would pick for yourself and for your team, right? And I have a feeling that they just want to stay in this zone. What's truly incredible about this start is they can add on a couple more scores. This one could legitimately be over in the second quarter.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Kyle Hamilton picks it, and the Cowboys are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession.
Here we go. Here we go. 6. Mega. Needle blue. Rail. Yellow. Set.
Lance now on first down.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger points. They're thinking,
oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. And the Eagles are going to get it back here just past the 35.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
and frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you...
And my goodness, another interception. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And the route is on here in this first half.
Eagles nothing.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Second down, here's Jalen Hurts. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
Now, that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. Eluding the pressure right. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Here's 2nd and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a first down himself.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing is Hurts. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, I can spin this negatively as he just got back to the line of scrimmage. But when you really analyze it, he took away a big play for the defense, made it an uneventful run because he avoided a sack and didn't lose yardage.
2nd down. Here's Hurts. Out route pass complete to Goddard. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
The Eagles on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Here's Hurts to throw. That is caught. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 26. 11 yards for number 11.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try to wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. On the move to his left. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end Goddard. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting.
And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. DeAndre Swift, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. Eagles offense staying out there. Of course, Hurts always a threat to run. They'll go for 2. They'll look to throw. And he will get into the end zone to shave 2 more points off the deficit.
Cowboys 35, Eagles 8.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
Here we go.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit, because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit, in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Red, cycle. Hut.
Lance going to try and throw on 3rd down here. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Tressway on 4th down is sent out to punt. This is away, and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And they'll play keep away from the returner, as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
They go play action with Hurts. Going deep here for Watkins. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Quez Watkins, 69 yards. And the Eagles are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Now that Eagle offense will stay out there as he'll go for 2. Hurts will throw.
And he's got it for the two-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further.
Eagles 16.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
Ready?
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts.
And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
It's 2nd and inches.
Working from the gun, Lance.
Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches.
Smack, red. Claws red. Red.
To throw, it's Lance. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's a gain of 10. And the Cowboy first down.
On 1st down, Lance. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
Escaping the pressure right.
This one thrown deep for Schoonmaker. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
And in an afternoon where just about everything's gone right, there's an unlikely sight there. He's got a receiver all alone downfield, and he just overshoots him.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Again, they'll throw it with Lance.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 3-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, 73.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
And he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety.
I have to think the sooner halftime can get here for them, the better, because that first half has been rough. And that safety, it only adds to their issues. The other sideline, though, I think they're fine if we just skip the break and keep playing.
That penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward.
Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
From midfield, here's Lance.
Throwing left side here, and it's complete. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5.
Green jack.
Here's Lance to throw it.
This is caught inside the 15. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
33 yards on the play. First down, Dallas.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Lance.
Flush to his right, and he wisely will throw that one away.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
Let's go.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Needle blue. 22 needle. Ready?
Now Lance.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Trey Lance in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cowboys will extend their lead here just before halftime. Aubrey good with a PAT.
And the route is on here in this first half.
Eagles 16.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this 3rd quarter. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Play action. Here's Hurts.
He's going to look deep for Watkins. And now here is another interception.
And the Cowboys are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they had the big halftime lead. Their defense just helped them out further by forcing the turnover, so things are starting to look pretty rosy.
They certainly are, but they've got to be careful about getting complacent, though. They still need to go out and run their offense efficiently.
So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field.
Ready,
So this
ready.
helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5.
Hey, check mega. Hut.
And Lance going to throw. That is caught by Lamb. He's into space past the 25.
And finally taken down at the 20-yard line. A big pickup of 38.
Yards on the play. First down, Cowboys.
Okay,
So
ready?
a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10.
Lance looking to throw it.
He dumps it off to Barkley.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it's 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
2nd and 6. Here's a quick throw out wide by Lance, complete. Touchdown, Cowboys! A 16-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys have taken a 5-touchdown lead. So I tell you what, Charles, I know that you don't put a ton of stock into power rankings and things of that nature, but another score here, and 2 weeks into the season, this is maybe the most impressive team in the NFL. Would you agree?
Well, they've certainly sold me as they've sold you, and I agree with you. No question about it. They won easily last week. They're on their way to another lopsided victory here. They're definitely a team to be reckoned with, and they are serving notice to the rest of the league.
Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
16.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Hurts. And my goodness, another interception. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Down. Ready.
And they fake the handoff. Now Lance. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down in bounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
Here we go.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
And it's 3rd down.
Ready.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing is Lance on 3rd down. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down.
Chalk that one up to bad acting, I guess, because they certainly failed to sell the handoff, and the pressure stayed keyed in on the quarterback. No Oscar awards for this offense, just a loss of yardage.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
Flushed out right. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to fourth down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's third down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts.
And now here is another interception. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Here's Lance.
Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown.
Luke Schoonmaker.
39 yards.
And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Familiar refrain, a turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this third quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
Aubrey good with a PAT.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
16.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
19-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
They run the option here on 1st and 10.
And he probably should have given that one off, as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play.
On the check. Warrior 70.
Huntley off of play action.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted.
And the Cowboys are going to take over at their own 41.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game, and they're not holding back. They're still throwing the football here in the fourth.
They certainly are, and let me tell you something. If you're old school, you don't like this at all. But in today's football, you just go ahead and savor it. Watch a team execute at a high level. Doesn't matter what the scoreboard says.
Touchdown, Cowboys! A great effort there. With his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year.
And the Cowboys are on their way to a 2-0 start. The extra point up and good by Aubrey.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
On second down, Swift.
He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a third and very short.
He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the fourth quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production, but how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. First down.
On the option to give to Swift here.
And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
From the 41, here's a 2nd and 4. Here's Huntley.
Man open left side is Brown.
And A.J. going to pick up an Eagles first down as he'll get this down to the 35-yard line.
On the ready.
It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Throwing on 1st and 10, Huntley. He's going to get that to Swift underneath.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8
70
at the
Ranger. 70
33-yard
Ranger.
line.
Hey.
Huntley looks to throw. Throwing for Smith on the out route, and it's caught.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and now we've got a 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Here's Huntley.
Got him in. It's Brown.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
That's good for Eagles first down.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Come on.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1 and 1, but this is 1st and 10 right now.
19 tight. 19 tight. Ready.
Looking to throw here, Huntley.
Over the middle, complete. It's Smith. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Now that was something, and it wasn't good. In one play, you've gone from being in the red zone to maybe out of field goal range. Totally inexcusable.
Now 3rd down and very long. Now Huntley.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. So on now the field goal team for Philadelphia. From the right hash, this from 53. And this one is right down Broadway.
That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Here we go. Set.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Again, it's Barkley. He sheds himself free. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big pickup there on the run. 41 yards.
Well, fans usually love to